How to heal your gut, avoid autoimmune flare-ups, regain control, and achieve a pain-free, worry-free life. How would you like to finally figure the real root cause of your autoimmune condition, treat it, and regain control of your life, symptom and pain-free? Are you embarrassed that you suffer from a disease that your family, co-workers and friends can't understand, and they can't understand it because they can't physically see it? Do you feel like you're always apologizing for something that is beyond your control? Do you wish you could have a normal day every once in a while? Have you forgotten what it feels like to be normal, without pain, without fatigue, and without brain fog? Are you tired of being passed from doctor to doctor because your symptoms don't match the conventional medicine model for a specific condition? And this is something that I see really regularly, where you are not meeting all of the symptoms for a particular condition. So you're getting passed from one doctor to the next doctor to the next doctor while they try and work out exactly what's going on. And because you're not computing with the way that they do things, they're sort of getting a bit confused. And eventually somebody in their chain is going to figure it out. But it is the most frustrating thing to be pushed through when it's one doctor who's like, I think it could be this, but I'm not sure, so I'll pass you on and I'll pass you on. It's awful. Nobody should have to go through that. Do your lab results often come back within range? And despite feeling like your world is imploding, you've been repeatedly told that you're fine. This is another thing that often happens to people with autoimmune conditions, is that your results will come back fine. You will look technically fine. You'll be within reference range for almost everything. And because of that, there's no real beacon to bring attention and to point out to your doctor or whoever's reading your results that that's the area that they should focus on. What I often find is that you could be within range but at the high end of a certain area, and you could be within the range but at a low end of another area. And by having that information and understanding how those two things interact with each other, it can point out what's actually going on within you. But if you don't know how to do that, you can't do it. Do you find yourself struggling to prepare meals for your family, get your kids to school, or simply make it through the day, especially when your symptoms flare? Are you ready to make a change? Are you ready to make it all go away? My name is Alison. I'm a BANT, CNHC and IFM registered nutritional therapist, and I'm going to teach you how to recover your health and regain control of your life. I'm going to teach you how to harness the power of food and implement simple lifestyle changes so that you feel better than you have in years. To do it, you just need 3 simple things. You're going to need the courage to make the commitment to changing the way you think about food, because you are going to change the way you think about food. You're going to need a positive mindset, but just understand that you will be supported the whole way through the process. And you need to trust that when provided with the right nutrients, your body can and will heal itself. And that's really exciting. This is Jake. Jake lives in Spain, and he had excruciating pain caused by rheumatoid arthritis, and he was really at his wit's end. But he wouldn't make the call, and his wife actually ended up calling me. And I'm just going to read you Jake's testimonial. I was skeptical at first. However, aided by my wife and the excruciating pain my rheumatoid arthritis was causing in my joints, I decided to give nutritional therapy a chance. Alison's knowledge of the area instantly set me at ease. She helped me understand all the blood tests my doctor had run, providing me with a detailed report, helping me to clearly understand what was happening within. Through our session and testing, Alison figured out the trigger of my RA, which she then helped me to rectify. My doctor has approved my withdrawal from pharmaceutical drugs. I am pain and symptom free. My beer belly has disappeared, something my wife is very grateful for, and I now believe in the power of nutritional therapy. So this is Sarah, and Sarah came to me from a very hard place. She was terrified of getting out of the house to the point she had something called social phobia. And she had lots and lots of work that she needed to do, but she got herself into such a point where she just didn't know where to start. And that terrified her, and it really freaked her out and really stressed her out. And it made asking for help really, really difficult. So I'm just going to read you her testimonial. Made me feel at ease straight away. Alison was so friendly and made me feel at ease straight away, which is difficult as I have social phobia, which has kept me in the house for 10 years. She's very knowledgeable and intelligent and taught me through the whole process. It didn't take long to decide she was the one for me. I would highly recommend her. I have a long road ahead to losing weight and healing my body, and with Alison, I feel like it's actually possible. I cannot thank her enough for the kindness and patience she has shown me. Alice is a really, really lovely lady as well. And she came to me almost in tears because she was so frustrated and she was so lost and nobody could work it out and nobody could get to the bottom of it. And she kept getting passed from doctor to doctor. And she just got to the point where she's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to try something new and something different. I feel like a new person. I came to Alison in constant discomfort, unable to exercise, low in mood and lacking confidence. We are now coming to our final appointment and I feel like a new person. She showed me that just by tweaking a few things in my diet and adding some supplements can really change all of those aspects. She was very thorough and always made sure I understood the process. She is very supportive and understanding of issues and makes you feel important and listened to. I would recommend her services to anyone who wants to change the way they have been feeling. Do you make decisions based on your pain levels and what you feel will hurt you the least? Do you feel lost, abandoned, and helpless? Would you like to wake up with energy? I think that's one of the things that I get asked and told so often is that people go to bed tired and they wake up exhausted. And that's horrible. It's really, really hard. It's hard to do anything when you're sleep deprived, let alone heal your body. Would you like to load the dishwasher without your fingers hurting or walk the dog without the agony that goes with it? And would you like to lose the extra pounds you've gained since you got ill? While gaining an in-depth understanding of your condition and how your unique set of symptoms are indicating which of your body systems need help. And this is something that your body does. It sends you these warnings and it makes different areas hurt, or it gives you different symptoms, different signs, and understanding what those signs and learning how to read them is how to work out what's going on in your body. At the same time, you're going to increase your knowledge of foods and lifestyle choices that can positively benefit your body and your mind. You'll be supported the whole way through, and when you come out the other side, you will no longer recognize yourself. Help, teach, encourage. I created my program to help you understand your condition, to teach you how to unravel your current situation, and to encourage you to make changes and reap the rewards. Are you ready? You are not alone and you can achieve more than you think you can. You really can. The American Autoimmune-Related Disease Association say that 50 million Americans suffer from autoimmune diseases. And it's estimated that over 4 million people, 6% of the British population, suffer at least one autoimmune condition. The National Institute of Health only recognises 80 autoimmune diseases. Researchers suspect at least 40 additional diseases to have autoimmune basis. So if you're one of those people, gets passed from doctor to doctor or goes to the lab results and the lab results are fine, this might be the reason. You might have an autoimmune condition that hasn't been officially recognised yet, so you're being passed from doctor to doctor. Autoimmune disease is one of the top 10 leading causes of death in female children and women in all age groups up to 64 years of age. Commonly used immunosuppressant treatments lead to devastating long-term side effects. You just have to Google to see what can happen, and it's scary. The global health and wellness industry is now worth over $4.2 trillion. It's understandably confusing to separate fact from fiction and cowboys from trained professionals. You are given so much information, you're bombarded from every single angle, and working out what's actually right and what's going to help you as a person, as an individual, is really, really challenging. Which is why choosing the right professional, equipped with the right knowledge and qualifications, is paramount in your healing journey. So here you are, watching this video, wondering how a nutritional therapist you have never met can help you and why you should work with her over all the other people in the industry. I'm going to give you a couple of testimonials here as well. This is Kimberly, and Kimberly was really interesting. She came to me with a brain tumour in her pituitary gland, and it was something that was giving her a whole host of other symptoms, and it was frustrating her. She knew what it was like to be fit and healthy and vibrant, and she wanted that back, and it had been taken from her by a tumour in her brain, and it was a tumour that was inoperable. And she was told that it was going to stay there and that she would probably end up in the way that she was for the rest of her life. And for her, that wasn't acceptable. That wasn't something she was ready or willing to tolerate. So she came to me for help. I'm going to read you this testimonial. Alison has given me the tools and guidance to change my life. When I first reached out, I was recovering from a brain tumour, fat from the meds, frustrated that I had lost all my fitness, at a loss of where to go next. Alison was such a breath of fresh air. She understood that I wanted to find an alternative to drugs, made me feel at ease immediately, confirming that together we would be able to combat a whole host of my issues. I can honestly say that the person who emailed Alison 3 months ago is unrecognizable to me, both on a physical and mental level. All of the issues I had in the beginning, weight, bloating, heat and sadness, etc., are greatly improved or gone completely. She is incredibly knowledgeable, takes the time to understand you as an individual, and is just super lovely. The advice I would give to anyone thinking about whether this is the right step is just do it, sooner rather than later. If I had combined Alison with my treatment from day one, I would not have had to go through over a year of suffering. Guy came to me with an issue which he really, really needed to have reversed and technically couldn't. And that scared him and it upset him, and he was frustrated and slightly angry. But as a man in his position, he wasn't really showing it until we started talking. And he became one of my favorite clients, if I'm honest. Such a delight to deal with, and so willing and open and wanting to learn. And teaching is the best thing for me. I love it so much. So Alison came to my rescue. I came to Alison a few months back now, in somewhat of a dark place. Some health issues that had affected me and Alison came to my rescue. Now, it's one thing to have a nutritional therapist where you think, oh, great, they will sort my diet out, problem solved. Whereas, yes, that is a large part of it. What Alison does is so much more. She's very thorough in terms of tailoring the course to your exact needs, and her results spoke for themselves. I physically felt more energetic, lost weight in a controlled manner, and Alison's level of emotional empathy helped me mentally. That's not to say she won't keep you in check or be afraid to challenge you. I'd recommend Alison to anyone, and if I was to summarize her 2 biggest attributes, it is that she is a specialist who really knows her stuff and is genuinely nice and caring person that shines through working with her. The science of health with food. I hear you wondering, What's involved in this program and how is it going to work for you? Well, let me start by telling you what it is not. It is not a diet. It doesn't follow rules like keto, GI, paleo, 16/8 fasting, or any of the must-try diets. No, it's far smarter than that. I take into account any dietary intolerances and go for balancing food with high nutritional value, which means steering well clear of celebrity-endorsed diets in Grazia or Men's Health, and instead putting 100% focus on you. We don't do fatty eating. We go back to nature and eat the way you're meant to eat. This means wholesome, seasonal, and vitamin-packed goodness. With me, you'll eat delicious and nutritious food and not only look great fast, but you'll feel fantastic because you really are what you eat. I have to actually say, you're not what you eat, you're what you don't poo. If it doesn't come out, it stays within you. Working with me will leave you feeling empowered and confident. You'll have easy to understand information that we continuously refine and adjust until one day you get to the point where you don't need me because you're doing an awesome job on your own. At the end of the day, that's the whole point. Nutritional therapy is the oldest form of healing in the world. For thousands of years, nutritional science has addressed the root cause of illnesses and imbalance. My nutritional therapy program makes use of the functional medicine model, viewing the body in its entirety, recognizing it as a complex interconnected network of systems rather than individual systems functioning autonomously without effect on each other. This holistic treatment means you'll find that you don't just lose weight, but you sleep better. Any pesky dry skin patches vanish and your skin glows. Your eyes will turn sparkly white and your ability to focus will steady as your entire system is restored and leveled. A new you, energized, revitalized. My program takes a patient-centered rather than disease-centered approach. This means it's about you, not a disease you've been labeled with. You are so much more than a label. My approach looks at you and only you. It gets to the bottom of why you feel the way you feel. I'm not like everyone else. I don't do what everyone else is doing. I work with you, on you, to figure out what's upsetting you. The program works to protect your systems against disease, restores health, and can determine your body's response to changes in environment. As your food plan is entirely natural, it works in harmony with complementary therapies and naturopathic medicines. How does the program work? Good question. Each program is uniquely tailored to the individual. No two people with autoimmune conditions are the same. I have literally never met two people who are exactly the same or responded in exactly the same way. Even though you might have the same condition, allegedly, when we pull you apart and we look at you and how your condition is affecting you, you're not the same. No one is the same. Everybody is unique, and that's what makes this fascinating and really, really interesting, and at the same time, very complicated. It means that no two programs are ever the same. Each program is tailored to your unique biochemistry. To help you, I need to know everything about you. We're going to sit down and talk for a really, really long time because I want to understand everything about you. And I want to understand everything about how you feel and what's got you to that point. I literally metaphorically pull you apart from the beginning of your life until I find the moment it all went wrong. The root cause. This critical piece of information determines the rest of your program. We need to know the when to figure out the how, to rectify the why, to restore you. We need to know when the thing went wrong, how it went wrong, so that we can rectify it, so that we can restore you. Your health, alongside your time, is the most valuable asset you can ever possess, which is why restoring it should be your utmost priority. All you need is commitment, a program, and someone to stand in your corner. Truth is, if you're a good fit for my program, then your health could be back on track in as little as 12 short weeks. Due to the nature of the program and to ensure that you get the most from it, I only work with a limited number of clients at any given time. And I'm really, really strict about that. I do not spread myself thin. I want to be there for you. I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to encourage you. And most of all, I want to teach you how to get yourself better. So I work with a very limited number of people. I've actually got a few places opening up very soon for what I like to call my dream clients. If you're suffering from an autoimmune condition and committed to making the necessary changes to regain control of your life, then you just might be the right fit. If you think you're the right fit for my program and you meet the criteria, I'll happily work with you for 40 minutes for free to develop a tailored roadmap for you to get the clarity you need to start your journey to recovery. Who's this program for? If you're suffering from one or more autoimmune conditions, or an autoimmune-related condition, or maybe you haven't been officially diagnosed with a particular condition, then this could work for you. If you're really motivated and you have a really strong drive to get better, then this could be the perfect program for you. And if you're committed to making changes on both your diet and lifestyle, then this is the program for you. And if you believe in the power of telehealth, you're going to need to believe in that power because this is an online program. And who is it not for? If you're the person who's happy to make excuses and complain, and if you're not going to action any of the information that I give you in order to achieve the result that you desire, this is not going to work for you. And if you're just wanting to gather more information before deciding what to do, then again, doing my program is not the one for you. And if you're not serious about recovering your health, then this isn't your program. This program is for people who want to get better. And it's simple. The better the fit, the better your results will be. You've got nothing to lose. If you're accepted, the discovery session is completely complimentary. That said, you need to understand that beyond the call, you will need to make an investment in your health. I put everything into my practice, and because of that, people like you are achieving some remarkable results. You also need to know that because of this, I don't often have openings to take on clients. Hippocrates, considered by many to be the father of modern medicine, once said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." So don't waste time. Take advantage of the situation. Let's get you back on track.